welcome students. This is your third lecture on the chapter rational numbers. Now in this particular lecture we will learn how to represent rational numbers on number line. So first of all, whenever you're asked to represent a rational number on number line, the first thing that you will have to see is whether the numerator is less than the denominator or the numerator is greater than the denominator. Our first type is the numerator is less than the denominator type. So if you are given any rational number where the numerator is less than the denominator, we will use this particular method, right? So see the given examples: 1 by 2, 3 by 7, minus 4 by 11, minus 2 by 5. In each case, numerator is less than the denominator, right? So what will we do in this particular case? How will we represent? So let us take the first example, 1 by 2, right? So we see numerator is less than the denominator. So that means it is our type 1. Now, how much is the denominator? Denominator is 2, and this is important. See what is the value of the denominator. Now, why are we dividing it into type 1 and type 2? To see where we will have to represent it on the number line. To understand it better, how or where will we represent it on the number line. So if the numerator is less than the denominator, that means it will fall between 0 and 1 or minus 1 and 0, depending upon whether your rational number is a positive rational number or a negative rational number. If it is a positive rational number, then it will fall between 0 and 1. If it is a negative rational number, it will fall between minus 1 and 0, because negative rational numbers will fall on the left hand side of the 0 and positive rational numbers will fall on the right hand side. This you can understand from what you have learned in class 6. So in this case, 1 by 2 is a positive rational number, isn't it? So if it is a positive rational number, that means what? It will fall between 0 and 1. Yes? So first we will have to draw the number line. So I have taken the number line. This is my 0. This is positive infinity. This is negative infinity. That means right hand side of 0 represents all the positive numbers and left hand side of 0 represents all the negative numbers, right? So what will we do now? Now we will draw the number line. So what I will advise you all is that as I am solving these sums, keep solving with me. This particular part at least, keep solving with me, because if you solve with me, your doubts will be clear. So what will you do now? First, draw the number line. So let us draw the number line first. Now see, I will have to take same gaps between the different numbers, right? So each number should have the same gap. So I have taken 2 centimeter gaps, right? So I have taken 2 centimeter gaps on each side. Yes? All right. Now I will mark it. So this was 0, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, and this is minus 3. All right. Now where will my rational number 1 by 2 fall? I have just said if it is a positive rational number with numerator less than the denominator, it will fall between 0 and 1. Now where exactly between 0 and 1? How will we understand? For that, first of all, we will divide this space between 0 and 1 into parts. How many parts? This will depend upon the denominator. So here denominator is 2, so we will have to divide it into 2 equal parts, right? So 0 and 1, I will take a midpoint. Now I have divided into 2 parts. This is part 1 and this is part 2. This little space is part 1, this little space is part 2. Now where will be half? Where will I represent? What is the numerator? 1. So I will shift from 0 towards the right. Why towards the right? Because it is a positive rational number. So towards the right on the, depending on the numerator. Since it is 1, I will shift 1 time. So this will be my half. Alright? Okay. Now let us come to the next example. So we have done the first one. Let us come to the next example. Next example is 3 by 7. Now first, numerator is less than denominator. Yes, numerator is less than denominator. So that means it is my type 1 kind of presentation. Next is, what is denominator? Denominator is equal to 7. So first let us draw the number line. Let us first draw the number line like we did in this case. So draw the number line. You also start practicing in your copy. Draw the number line in your copy. Yes, now mark it. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Right? Now where will it fall? 3 by 7. Is it a positive rational number or negative? Positive rational number. So it will fall between 0 and 1. Positive rational number falls between 0 and 1. Right? So now I'll have to divide the space between 0 and 1 into how many parts? It will depend upon the denominator. So that means 7 parts. 7 equal parts. So try to make the space between or gap between each part same. So if I divide it into 7 parts, let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have divided it into 7 parts, more or less. Right? Now, what is the numerator? 3. So, how many times I'll have to shift from 0? 3 times, right? So, 1, 2, and 3. So this is my 3 by 7. Alright, now do you understand? I think so. I think it is a little bit more clear to you. Let us do one more example, then it will be more clear. So let us do 2 by 5. Sorry, minus 2 by 5. Minus 2 by 5. Alright. So first we will have to see whether the numerator is less than the denominator or not. Right. So minus 2. Of course numerator is less than denominator. Right. So when I mean numerator is less than denominator, keep it in mind, I mean only the number. Okay. When I mean numerator is less than denominator, I mean only the number. Because I will give you one example. Let's say minus 11 by 5. Now, according to integers, minus 11 is less than 5. But in this case, we will not use this type 1 method. Why? Because I am not saying whether minus 11 as a whole is less than minus 5. No. What am I asking? Is the numerical value, that is 11 less than 5? No. 11 is greater than 5. So in that case, we have a different kind of solution. Okay, so we just have to see whether the number, we will not take the sign positive or negative into consideration. Okay, so minus 2 by 5, yes, numerator is less than denominator. Now, is it a positive rational number or a negative rational number? It is a negative rational number, isn't it? So if it is a negative rational number, it will fall between minus 1 and 0. Okay, so if it falls between minus 1 and 0, let us first draw the number line quickly. First, let's finish drawing the number line. So I've again taken 2 centimeters gap. So 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now, how many parts is the denominator? What is the denominator? 5, right? And Where will it fall? Where will the value minus 2 by 5 fall? Will it fall between 0 and 1? No. This time it will fall between 0 and minus 1. Why? Because it is a negative rational number. Now the space between 0 and 1, how many parts will we have to divide it into? See, denominator is 5, so we will divide it into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right? So I have divided it into 5 parts. Now, of course, I'll start from 0. How many places do I have to shift? What is the value of the numerator? Minus 2. So, 2 places. So, 1 and 2. So, this is my minus 2 by 5. Is it clear? Please go through these constructions again and again. See if you understand, and only then I will advise you to move to the next lecture. In the next lecture, we will cover what will happen if the numerator is greater than the denominator. How will we represent it in that case? Alright, so we will stop the video here and keep practicing. Thank you.